Welcome to my channel, Redeeming Thunder. I'm here to give you a prophetic word given to me on 12/25/24. While being in the secret place in sorrow. It's Christmas time. It should be a joyous time. But yet I'm still waiting for my prodigals to return. And I'm still waiting for other loved ones to be with me. There is many reasons to be happy, and there's been so many joyous things occurring. I mean, so many miracles. For one, I can surely say right now that there is divine healing happening in this hour, and it was even before the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah. And I truly know that it was divine healing, because usually I take some herbs to bring down my blood sugars so that, I don't have diabetes. I was pre-diabetic about 3 years ago, and then became diabetic about a year ago. And in the last 4 months, I wasn't really taking my herbs that bring down the blood sugar. These herbs that I was taking are also vitamins. So one of them was few of them are turmeric, ginger, Sion cinnamon in tablet form, oregano, and I also take potassium, and I think that's all, but mainly it was cinnamon that was bringing it down. But I was going through a lot of self-care time, in the sense of healing a lot of pain due to surgery, and I was really busy going back and forth to many appointments that I wasn't really taking those pills. I was just being very busy with everything else. But throughout that time, I had a new doctor's checkup, and a new doctor who's pushed through a lot of blood work. And in early December, I found out that I am free and clear of diabetes. So that was a miraculous, because I did not even give my body any supplements to help bring it down. It just was completely gone. The other thing that I've noticed in these last weeks is I'm no longer dealing with IBS. Now, that IBS is very difficult to tolerate. It has to do with stomach upset all the time, either feeling like you're going to have the runs or you cannot go to the bathroom. I know it's too much information, but for some of you that are dealing with that, it could be stress induced, but a lot of it could do with gut issues. So you got to take probiotics and prebiotics, which I was doing, but just in 1 month. I was just the month prior, I was taking some, not a whole lot. But there was a divine prophetic word that I was given by Ruach HaKodesh. Besides listening to other prophetic word, that there was going to be divine healing, and I was having my hand up in faith, receiving every single time that you hear prophetic word of divine healing. You need to be all in. Okay? And I was. And besides having astronomical divine healing for recent surgery, it was also other healing in other issues in my body that was happening. And so besides that, there was financial breakthrough. Okay, there's a lot of things to be happy about. There's a lot of things to be in joy about. What I'm trying to say here. I mean, divine breakthrough. There is no more the breaking off of poverty and into the new has occurred. There's been suddenlies of financial breakthroughs. So, as what I'm trying to say is, Yahuwah is now providing the income. I'm getting income for the work that I do for Him. Hallelujah. But not only that, there was other breakthroughs of finances coming through, like gifts from heaven. And we were able to get a drum set for free and some other toys, some other things that were unexpected. There was a double stroller, brand new double stroller that was given to us. A bunch of supplies dropped off at our doorstep. Okay, we got a new car. Hallelujah. Okay, and I'm telling you, not just any car. I'm talking about the car I wanted for like a decade. And it's an FJ Cruiser, and if we all know, look into it. They're a bit expensive, but this is the other divine awesomeness that Yahuwah did. It was a bit expensive, and then I was praying, and what happened was they brought down the cost, and not only that, the payment went lower, and so the car payment is lower, and then the cost of the car also was lower, so that we could be approved. Hallelujah. Okay, and getting my very, very favorite vehicle of all time. That's a plus. And I knew that was the vehicle because I had a vision regarding a particular vehicle. So he told me I was going to have one of those cars about a year ago, but he brought it up again recently, and so that's why when he delivers this information in the secret place, you need to go all in. Okay, not half-cease faith, but all in faith. So there was a bunch of wonderful things. Okay, many other things that I didn't bring up that is going it's phenomenal. But even still, it's a bit sad because I wasn't able to connect with one of my children. It was his birthday, and I wasn't able to reach him. There were some other things, that I had been waiting for Yah to resolve, and so he provides this divine word. I hear Ayin Yasoma. So remember, Ayin means the eye of Yah. So to look towards the future, Yah, his hand is upon Soma, breath of life. And he says, come to me, I will heal your heart. Look towards the future. The future is bright. It holds magnitudes of fortune. Fortune 500. I say to you, rise up, take your position. I must tell you, I like how you handle things. Even when things aren't going your way, I can feel your voice break to me. I can hear you calling out even when you do not speak. I can't hear any more cries. I can't hear any more cries. I can't hear any more cries. And I can hear his voice Like I can feel his heart like it's breaking when he hears me cry. Ayin Yasoma, alas, I have summoned you to post what's within heart. Hold gold. Golden calves no more. I have summoned you to hold true my name. Hold true my name. In the name is my name. Hold true my name. Focus on this word for now. And that's when I knew he wanted me to give all the word that states Ayin Ya. For it is in his name. It is his signet stamp on it. He sealed it. And then there were some additional that I will keep. Additional word given to me regarding other dreams, other tasks he has me to do. I am your source of this divine. And he says, from above the stones. From above the stones means divine perspective looking down on human affairs with great knowledge and wisdom. From above the stones could mean a perspective, a viewpoint that is elevated and overlooking something, like looking down on a rocky terrain or a situation from a higher position, often implying a sense of authority, an insight, or a border, understanding beyond or immediate detail. An elevated vantage point, the above part emphasis, a position higher than the rocks or obstacles, allowing for a wider view. Then he says, from above the earth. From above the earth means coming from a position higher than the surface of the earth, essentially meaning from the sky or from the heavens, often used to describe something descending or originating from a higher point, like a bird flying down, or celestial body like a meteor, literal meaning physically located higher than the earth's surface. Can also represent a higher power, spiritual realm, or superior perspective. Related terms is firmament. From amongst the triple layers of divinity. So when I researched that, the first Sephirah Keter describes divine superconscious will that is beyond conscious intellect. Keter, or Kether in Hebrew, means crown, is the first of the 10th Sephirah in the Kabbalistic tree of life, symbolizing the divine will and the initial impulse towards creation from the Ein Sof, or the infinite source. It represents pure consciousness and transcends human understanding, often referred to as nothing or the hidden light. Keter is associated with the divine name En Ye Asher En Ye, meaning I am that I am, which was revealed to Moses from the burning bush, and it embodies the qualities of absolute compassion and humility. Its meaning is crown, and it is interpreted as both the topmost of the Sephirah and the regal crown thereof. It is often depicted with the three primary paths, one leading to Chokmah, another to Binah, and the third Terefet. This positioning highlights its role as a source from which wisdom, Chokmah, and understanding, Binah, emanate, and it emphasizes its connection to beauty and harmony. Harmony signifies Teferet, thereby facilitating the flow of divine energy through the Sephirah on the tree of life. Keter is called in the Zohar the most hidden of all hidden things. Moses ben Jacob Cordovero describes Keter as the source of the 13 attributes of mercy. These attributes emphasize compassion, forgiveness, and humility. Cordovero also outlines ethical behavior associated with Keter in his work, The Palm Tree of Devorah, encouraging purity and the thought and actions, such as always turning one's ears to hear Yahuwah and avoiding anger. Representing pure formless consciousness, it is associated with various divine mystical figures, such as the archangel Metatron and the tetramorph of the holy living creatures. And then it says, why I wanted to research what Metatron was and why is it so powerful. Metatron is considered the incredible powerful in many mystical traditions in Judaism because he is seen as the scribe of Yahuwah, directing, recording divine decrees, and sitting at the Yahuwah's side, granting him access to immense knowledge and power, often described as being the closest being to Yahuwah himself, allowing him to perform acts that other angels cannot. This unique position gives him a level of authority and influence beyond most other celestial beings. In Jewish mystical teachings, Chokmah is described as a primordial point of divine wisdom, which shines forth from the will of Yahuwah. This point remains incomprehensible until differentiated and given from Binah. The Zohar, in essential Kabbalistic texts, emphasizes Chokmah's role in the emanation process in its association with the sense of light as well as inner spiritual sense of taste that precedes and arouses sight. The interplay between Chokmah and Binah is crucial for understanding how abstract wisdom becomes concrete understanding. The ethical behavior associated with Chokmah involves emanating its dual nature, communion with the Creator to gain wisdom, teaching others the wisdom received. This reflects the Sephirah dual role of receiving and disseminating divine insight. Practical applications of Chokmah in Kabbalistic practice include meditative techniques to cultivate wisdom, selflessness, and alignment with divine will, illustrating its central role in theoretical and applied Kabbalistic disciplines. Associated with analytical thinking and stability, a corresponding divine name, Yah, and the archangel Raziel, and angels Ophanim. Binah, meaning understanding in the Hebrew, is derived from the root which conveys the concept of discerning or distinguishing knowledge into structure and understanding. This root implies building or constructing insight from raw data. In Kabbalistic tradition, Binah is personified as a nurturing mother, reflecting its role in developing and shaping the abstract wisdom from Chokmah into forms. Binah, the third of the 10 Sephirah, represents understanding or contemplation. The third utterance, quarry of the Torah, treasury of wisdom, quarry of Yah's spirit, hewn out by the spirit of Yah. This teaches that Elohim hewed out all the letters of the Torah, engraving them with the spirit, casting his forms within it. Binah is often linked to a palace of mirrors that reflects the pure point of light of Chokmah wisdom, increasing and multiplying it in infinite varieties of ways. In this metaphor, Binah is the quarry carved out by the light of wisdom. It is also described as the womb that gives shape to the spirit of Yah. On a psychological level, Binah is process wisdom, also known as deductive reasoning. It is Devar Mitoach davar, understanding one idea from another idea, while chokmah represents intellect that does not stem from rational process. It is either inspired or taught. Bina embodies the innate rational response within a person working to develop an idea fully. Bina is associated with the feminine aspect of divinity. The Bahir states, "For you shall call understanding a mother." A classical Jewish text further elaborates, stating that Bina Yetera Naton Il Nashim, an extra measure of Bina, was given to women. I sustain thee, Yahuwah says. I know how it flows through you. Suppress no more. I must tell you to sustain in me. I will flow, pour my spirit on your hands, on your mouth. And that's what you are going to say. Pour out your spirit on my hands and on my mouth. I find it hard to say this, but you are not to be messed with. Hard to say, because my remnant see you. They see the glory upon your face. This remnant seek to find what you have. They cannot steal what you have. Heavens above. Outpour of my spirit. There's been many times I'm praying in the spirit and I see a glowing star. I stare out, looking on the wall, looking anywhere else, and there's this glowing star as Yahuwah is pouring his divine word, his Rema word to me. There was a time that I recall when an old friend stated, this was years ago, this was about 25 years ago, she stated that maybe even more than that, she stated that, because we were calling her, we were crossing paths and calling out her name, and she just walked right past us, and I thought, oh, maybe she doesn't want to talk to us, or maybe she's in the zone, she needs to go somewhere else. And she just walked right past us. She went out the door to the lobby, because we were in a church, and then we're like, oh, that was weird, but that's okay, whatever, and we just do whatever. We're going to find a seat, and she comes straight back to us, and she says, did you see that light? I'm like, what light? Like, there was a light right here where you guys are standing. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, that's why, like, I heard you guys calling me, but that light was so bright white, I wanted to see where it was coming from. So I had to keep walking, because I saw it. And I realize now, that light of divinity that was poured out on. And she's like, that light, I was looking for the light, but the light is not behind you. It was right on you, guys. She's like, and I couldn't see you guys. I heard you, but I couldn't see you guys because all I saw was light. So, supernatural phenomenon is occurring. It occurred back then in this glowing light. It looks like a star that glows out and it goes in. Kind of looks like this golden nail polish, but it goes out and then Yahuwah says, don't be sad. My daughter, stay close to me. I will fill you up with my spirit. Cleanse, be light, be speed. Come equipped. I see you bought the paints. Be ready. I sustain thee in this hour. Sabak for your enemies. Sabak, who try to harm the ways. I have taught you. It's now on earth as it is in heaven. Sabak. Shala. And I asked him, why did you call it magic? My power is within. And I said, can you use another word to give me besides magic? And he says, my saith is enough. And when I researched what saith means, it means third person singular, simple present indicative form of saying, saith Yahuwah, or second person singular of say. It means to utter, to pronounce, to express, or state something as an opinion or judgment. When I research, my power is within. It is when I felt weak. I noticed that. It is when I felt weak. I was much sadness. Is when he poured out his spirit. When he poured out his strength. When he poured out his power. His divine power. Colossians 1:11, being strengthened with all power according to his glorious might, so that you might have great endurance and patience. What does Yahusha say about powers? But he says to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will voice all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Yahusha power may rest on me. That is why, for Yahuwah's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, and difficulties. I want to go back here where he was talking about yes, I know you say my name when you sing. That is why I hold you in this position to sing my name. True to me. I know you will soon have musical instruments. I have seen you eye the red one. This is your dream. You must fulfill your dreams. We must fulfill your dreams. Excuse me. Your dreams hold magic response missiles and magnitudes. Magic is for sorcerers. I am your source of this divine magic. This magic is divine. Then I researched what divine magic is a type of magic that draws upon the caster's belief or devotion to a higher power or a divine being to achieve various effects, healing, modify reality, creation. Divine can create, destroy, reconstruct anything in existence. Also, meaning member or learned or a priestly class. And so that's why when I asked, can you use a different word? Can you give me a different word? And then, where are you? My power is within. He says, my sayest is enough. So then I researched power, which is his divine power. And then I found some verses. Ephesians 6:10, finally be strong in Yahuwah and in his mighty power. 1 Corinthians 2:5, so that your faith might not rest on human wisdom, but on Yah's power. Ephesians 3:16, I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his spirit in your inner being. Deuteronomy 8:17-18, you may say to yourself, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me, but remember that Yahuwah, your Elohim, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant which he swore to your ancestors. It is as it is today. Ephesians 6:12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in this heavenly realms. Colossians 1:11, being strengthened with all power according to his glorious might, so that you may have great endurance and patience. so that you can have what to look for. Here are 7 powers contained in Yahuwah's word. Power to reveal, Genesis 1 and 2. Power to refute, 2 Timothy 3:16. Power to reproduce, Luke 8:11. Power to redirect, 1 Peter 2:25. Power to revive, Psalms 138:7. The power to reward, Hebrews 11:6. So I believe Yahuwah said divine magic, but I believe he's not afraid of the word magic because he creating the power. So he's stating in his tree of life that there is supernatural power in his divinity, in the wisdom and the knowledge and in the communion with Yah, and how he's going to be downloading literally power. Because when you are weak, that's when he is strong, and that's when you are honest, and when you are meek, when you are humble, that's when he knows that he can use you. You have no interest in any other power. You have no interest in doing anything in your own will. It is only in him. What are the 5 types of power? Are made to manifest in the lives of his people in 5 key ways: authority, miracles, energy, dominion, and strength. The 5 powers of Yah is understanding, receiving, unleashing the power and presence of Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom.